Woke public schools are imploding as school choice surges and homeschooling skyrockets an astonishing 700%. In this video, we're going to take a look at the extraordinary rise of school choice programs in states across the nation, how homeschooling is surging at rates never imagined just months ago, and how enrollment in woke public schools continues to plummet like never before. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone, patriots all across the globe. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you, as always. If this is your first time with us and you're looking for some daily encouragement and optimism, as well as some analysis to help you make sense of these crazy times we're in, you found your oasis in this channel. We post 2 videos a day analyzing current events, analyze some super awesome conservative trends to help you to think better so you can feel better in these trying and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Before we begin here, gang, we got some awesome news for you. We are extending our Memorial Day discount for our upcoming Patriot Entrepreneur Live event. We're extending until midnight tonight. That's Tuesday night. Now remember, you're invited to our very special event this week, June 4th and 5th. It's our first ever Patriot Entrepreneur Live. It's a virtual conference, so you don't even need to leave the comfort of your own couch, and it's unlike any other event out there. If you're interested in learning, for example, all about how to invest in Bitcoin, or how to invest in real estate, or in banking freed from the Federal Reserve, or if you're just interested in learning how to break free from your woke work environment and become financially independent, this conference is for you. We've got some of the most amazing Patriot entrepreneurs. They're going to be joining us to give you the tools you need to be completely financially independent from any and all woke corporations. Now, do not wait, because ticket prices are going up big time after midnight tonight. We've extended our Memorial Day discount special until midnight tonight, Tuesday, so do not wait. Click on that link below right now, and I'll see you for a weekend that promises to be a game changer for your life like never before. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. It really is over for our public schools. I mean, I don't see any way around this. And the reason for that is that the battle for school choice has been all but completely and totally won in our nation. In the midst of all this pandemic insanity, support for school choice is absolutely surging. Look at these numbers. According to the latest poll conducted by Real Clear Opinion Research, 71% of voters back school choice. That's the highest level of support ever recorded. 71%. It's hard to find 71% of Americans agreeing on anything today, but school choice is one of them. In addition, 65% support parents having access to a portion of per pupil funding to use for home virtual private education if public schools refuse to reopen. So as you can see, the pandemic and its school closures are inspiring this surge in support. Parents want control over their education of their children, and school choice is providing precisely that opportunity. Now, this poll is even better than what Real Clear Opinion Research found last year at this time, and that was their best poll to date given the surge in support for school choice. Last year, in an August 2020 poll, researchers found that 69% of voters supported school choice. Again, incredibly high number. In fact, multiple national polls over the course of the last several years all show that voters overwhelmingly support school choice, either in the form of tax credits or vouchers, or what are called ESAs, or educational savings accounts. So clearly this is a post-partisan issue, right? It cuts across the partisan divide. School choice is proving to be an issue capable of amassing a remarkably diverse constituency of supporters. For example, who would have ever imagined that the Republican Senator Ted Cruz could share the stage in solidarity with the ultra-liberal Democrat Representative Sheila Jackson Lee? But they did. They came together calling for more school choice options for Texan parents and children. And this is happening across the political spectrum with school choice. More and more black leaders in particular coming forward in support of this issue, which means that school choice, perhaps more than any other political issue, can widen the Patriot Republican coalition that's already growing by leaps and bounds. You'll definitely want to check out our latest video. I just uploaded it today on how new data is proving that people who are moving to red states from blue states overwhelmingly vote Republican. It's going to absolutely make your day. Red states are not just growing in population, they're also growing more and more red. You're going to absolutely love it. So not only are we seeing the Republican coalition already growing in red states, but the across the political aisle popularity of school choice promises to grow that coalition even more as the Democrats destroy themselves on it. In many respects, school choice is a done deal in the United States. Look at this headline from just days ago. Surveys show largest expansion of school choice in U.S. history. As we speak, at least 50 school choice bills have been introduced in 30 states so far, designed to either create or expand vouchers, tax credits, scholarships, and educational savings accounts, among other measures. To date, 10 states have proposed 5 new programs, and 10 states have expanded existing programs. All told, there are now more than 30 states, more than half of the union, offering school choice programs to parents and students. The teachers' unions are fast becoming an endangered species, and thank God for that. As I'm sure you know, it's being widely reported that vaccinated public school teachers around the country are refusing to go back to work. They don't want to be on site to teach. And to add insult to injury, I'm sure you know, we did a video on it, but teachers at the San Diego Unified School District actually announced that they were giving up their vacation time recently to volunteer to teach illegal immigrant children in person at the San Diego Convention Center. That's housing upwards of 700 school-age children that illegally crossed the border. And the irony, well, not the irony, the insult to that, of course, was that these same teachers refused to go back to on-site teaching in their own public school districts. These very same teachers who couldn't muster the courage to teach American students in person have nevertheless summoned the courage to valiantly and selflessly travel to the San Diego Convention Center to teach illegal immigrant students in person, even though their rate of COVID infection is over 400 times higher than the case rate threshold necessary to allow schools to reopen in California. So needless to say, with antics like that, it is not a surprise that enrollment in public schools is imploding across the nation, which we're going to find out in a moment. But first, check out some of our awesome new merch that we've got for Patriots all across the globe. And you can get your very own by simply clicking on the link below. We got brand new shirts. We got brand new mugs, coffee mugs, you name it. All patriotic, all celebrating the great awakening that's pushing back against woke leftists all over the world. You love browsing our merch store for yourself. And while you're there, make sure to get some merch for your family, your friends, your loved ones. They make for awesome gifts that the Patriots in your life are going to absolutely love. So make sure to click on that link below and get your super awesome Patriot gear today. All right, gang, let's take a look at this. This is from NPR. Check this out. Enrollment is dropping in public schools around the country. This is coming from data at the beginning of the school year, 2020 to 2021. At least 20 states have seen shrinking numbers of students this past fall. So, for example, in Arizona, public school enrollment has dropped by 50,000 students. Absolutely devastating to the public schools, especially in terms of their future budget allocations. And where are these students going? Well, we've got new data that shows that they're not going to be coming back anytime soon. And that's because many of them are turning to homeschooling in numbers we have simply never seen. The Federalist just published today a wonderful piece detailing the astonishing skyrocketing of homeschooling, where some states have seen nothing less than a 700% increase this year alone. It's absolutely astonishing. Overall, homeschooling has shot up 300% during the pandemic. I mean, it's increased 3 times. And by way of comparison, before the pandemic, the Census Bureau reported about 3.3% of students in the U.S. were homeschooled. At the beginning of the fall of 2020, the start of this new school year, that number of families who identified as homeschoolers shot up to 11.1% of students in the nation. In less than a year, we've gone from 3.3% of students being homeschooled to 11.1%. I mean, this represents the single greatest surge in homeschooling we have ever seen. And in terms of other forms of private education, so many Americans are now leaving the public schools that as of this school year, the national average of children enrolled in a district public school declined to just 76% of the overall U.S. K-12 student population. That enrollment number has imploded in just a couple of years from 90% of school children in these teachers' unions infested public schools to now barely 76%. And the number keeps dropping. It's a falling average. And given the fact that our public schools are becoming more and more factories for woke indoctrination, this enrollment implosion, together with the surge in homeschooling and school choice, promises that the days of woke indoctrination, at least when it comes to our K-12 children, are quickly and mercifully coming to an end. Now, before you go, you definitely want to check out my latest video, that video I was just talking about, we just uploaded, on how new data is proving that people who are moving to red states overwhelmingly vote Republican. We look at a major political paradigm shift going on in our nation, how red states are not just growing bigger, but actually growing redder, and why the future political power is firmly in the hands of patriots all across the country. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to click on the link, and I will see you over there. God bless.